Hi friends, I am back with a makeup video and today I'm trying something new. I am trying a new kind of setup. I want my background to be blurred, but I am very technologically, what's the word? I'm not technologically savvy. So for me, it's like, oh, what does ChatGPT say? Move back, da, 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 da. So I'm kind of sitting further back. I don't see that my background is too blurred, but whatever, it is what it is. I'm going to have a little table here with all my makeup. I have a few things that I purchased new that I wanted to try complexion wise, and I'm going to be trying it with you on camera first. And we're gonna do, I want to get ready for my day and I want to do a little get ready with me. So I don't know how this look is going to turn out. We're gonna work on it together. If you want to see what I come up with, keep on watching. And if you're new, hello, welcome. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm situated. Okay, new things that I got complexion wise. I got the new, not the new, it's not new, it's old, but for me it's new. Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate Soft Radiance Foundation, and I got it in ivory beige. I do absolutely love the other one that I have that is new, but this one is like, you know, radiant, if you will. And it's in the color 5, oh, I don't know why I threw that down, 5.6 ivory beige. So hopefully that will work for me. I wanted it in 6, but it wasn't available. I digress. Then I got the new Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Concealer in 2N. Everyone's raving about this. Everyone says that this is best thing since sliced bread. So I got that, but I don't know. When I swatched it in the store, it came out light, but then it oxidized, so we shall see how that works. Then I got some new eye things. I got the Armani, what are they called? Eye tints. I finally got my hands on 22N, and then I got the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes in Chestnut. So I know everybody's seen this already. That's Chestnut, and this is 22M, yes, 22M as in matte. They're very similar, except Mario has like this moussey texture, and they're both really, really nice, and they both last on me fine. So obviously I like them both. Okay, so as far, I mean, I got a bunch of other new things, but I think I've already talked about them, but this is what I wanted to use today. So let's get into it. My face is already moisturized, sunscreened, all the fun things. I want to use a little bit of, actually before we do that, I'm going to spray my face with a little bit of this Hot Mess Express, friends. Caudelie Beauty Elixir. I love this stuff. Oh, it smells like a spa, like a fancy spa. So I'm gonna put that. I just want to moisturize my face as much as possible, and then I'm going to go in with this Touche Eclat Blur Primer. I'm gonna use just one pump just in the center of my face. I have my mirror right here, and I'm sitting kind of high. The table is kind of low. It's just, you know, until you get your setup right, it's difficult. Okay, so I just want to like start using up some of my products because I feel like I saved the nice stuff, but it goes bad, you know what I mean? So we're going to let that sink in a tiny little bit, and we're going to start. Should I start on the face or start on the eyes? I normally start on the face, so, but I want to let this sink in a little bit. So maybe I'll start on the face. Okay, that took a little while. Let's go in with this baby, and I actually want to use a brush for this, but here it is. I do have it here. I try to set up as much as I could and bring as much as I thought I was going to use. So I do have my brushy brush here. It's kind of balding on me a little bit, but it's okay. I'm going to use the back of my hand. Ooh, it's runny. The other one is a little bit more creamy. So this is it. I got the, oh, okay, so the color is perfect. It's very, I mean, it's a medium coverage. I'm going to go over it with the Beauty Blender because as much as I love to use a brush for foundation, I do like a seamless look. So sometimes I feel like brushes leave little streaks no matter how much you try to blend it in. So I like to go in and kind of go over everything with a beauty sponge. I feel like not only does that kind of mash everything together, but it also sucks up the excess of whatever if you overused it. Okay, the color is perfect, but you know, the true test will be how long it wears in this Florida heat. Don't forget the ears, guys. Don't forget the ears. Okay. My forehead doesn't need as much. I don't have as much discoloration on there. So I'm going to use whatever's left on the brush for the forehead. But it does have coverage. So when I was reading the reviews for this foundation, it said like it's very light, medium, glowy, but it does have some coverage. I mean, I still have, you could still see my little dots and spots, but that's okay because I'm going to use my concealer to cover that up. I actually want to get a concealer specifically for these spots, but I don't want to get the Lisa Eldridge pencil one because my spots are pretty big and I'm just gonna end up like painting onto my face, drawing onto my face. So I wanted a concealer. I remember Laura Mercier had those double ones like C1, C2, C3, and that used to be pretty good. I don't know if she has those anymore, but for today I'm going to use the Tom Ford, what is this called? Traceless Soft Matte Concealer, and I have mine in 2NO Creme. And I like it, but I feel like it might be a little too light for today. Yeah, it's a little too light, but it has to, we're gonna work with that. And this one I'm using just to cover up the dots and spots, and I'm going to let that dry a little bit so it can last on my face. While that's drying on my face, of course my my battery is dying, but while that's drying on my face, I'm going to start using this little concealer from Estee Lauder. And I hate when brushes start shedding. I've had this one for years and years, and I think it's on its last leg. But some brushes I have, they last forever and not one little hair comes out of the furrow, whatever. But this one not so much. Okay, so right off the bat, I could tell that it's super creamy. I gotta make sure I get in before my battery dies. It's super creamy. It oxidizes like crazy. So, you know, I recommend going and swatching them and waiting until it oxidizes to see if the color is good for you, because that's what happened. I tried it, I put it on my hand in Ulta and in my Ulta, and I was like, oh no, that's too light. And then like within a minute it oxidized, and I was like, oh, actually it's a perfect color. So I'm going, now this is where my beauty blender comes in, and we're just going to blend everything out. And first I'm going to do the Estee Lauder concealer, and then I'm gonna go in and kind of blend the Tom Ford concealer over my spots. we'll see how this lasts. Everybody's raving about this concealer, like, oh my god, it's my new favorite concealer. I'm still a diehard fan of the House Labs, but I feel like they're very similar in texture. You know what I mean? They're both super, super creamy. Yeah, they're both very, very similar in texture. Yeah. Maybe that's why I'm gonna like it. Okay, so I'm going to let all of that marinate before I put any powders on. And today I'm going to not use cream for my bronzer and my blush, and I'm gonna go in straight with powders. But before I do that, I'm going to let everything dry up and we're gonna start with the eyes. Hopefully I am in focus. The camera is so far away from me right now. I'm having trouble. Okay, I want to do a little smoky eye, little brown smoky eye, and I'm going to use, I don't know. I think I'm gonna use the Armani. I'm going to use the Armani because I used my Mario yesterday. So okay, so I used this one yesterday. So today I know you didn't see it, guys, but we're gonna go in and I'm just going to place it all over the lid and I'm going to blend it out. And you know I have a hooded eye, so I'm going to go all the way up. And this is not going to be the only eye product we use today. I'm going to pull it out and up a little bit. Same for the other eye. So I do that. I have almond shaped eyes, right? And my hooded eye makes it look like it's just all squished together. So I like to pick up my eyeshadow way above my crease, and I like to pull it out just a tiny bit, not too much because then it just looks wonky. Just a little bit. Okay, then I'm going to put a little bit on my brush and I'm gonna run it underneath. Gosh, I hope this video comes out. I'm really nervous because my videos haven't been doing so well on YouTube, and I feel that's because I'm just not setting it up right. I don't know. We shall see. I'm gonna have to do a little research. The technology comes so hard to me. I have such difficulty just figuring it all out. Anything else, cooking, makeup, you know, writing essays, that it's fine, but just technology is so difficult. Like I now understand not my dad. My dad is super tech savvy, but like my grandmother, when she's like, oh, you know, set up my phone for me, I don't know what I'm doing, blah blah blah. I get it. I'm that person now. I go to my kids. Okay, for the smoky portion of this video, I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury. You know what? I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury, what are these called? Color Chameleon eye pencil, and this one is in Amber Haze. I actually really like this. Oops. And I'm going to use the mirror in this bronzer because this one is just not doing it for me. So what I'm going to do, friends, I'm going to run it on the bottom. I'm going to run it through the lash line in the what is this called? in actual waterline. That's what it's called. It's called a waterline, in the waterline. And I'm going to run a tiny little bit on the bottom, and then I'm going to do the same thing on top, and this will give me, I hope you could see, and this will give me like a really nice smoke effect. Okay, and for my eyes, I have blue eyes. If you have not noticed, these type of colors are the best. Now, while it has not set yet, because these do set, I'm going to take a brush and I'm going to blend everything out. I want a little bit of a smoke effect. So and I'm going out a little bit this way. Where I got this look from is, again, the makeup artist that I found on Instagram from Moscow. Okay, I keep forgetting to tag her, but I promise I will tag her in this video so you guys can go check out her looks. I mean, she also takes really awesome pictures of her makeup looks. They obviously don't look like that in the daylight, but you know, we try. I am not a professional, but I play one on TV. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do as far as the smoke, and then I'm going to go in with an eyeshadow palette, which I think I already used on camera, but if not, you'll see it new. Okay, let's go in on this eye. Same thing. We are running it through the lash line, in the waterline, and then a little bit on the bottom, and blend, blend, blend. There used to be a pencil that Urban Decay used to make, right? I think it used to be called Roach or Cockroach. I think it was Roach. It was the most beautiful bronze color ever, and they have discontinued it many years ago. I had to throw my I had like a tiny little bud left. I had to throw it out because it was already hurting my eyes. That's how long I had it, but I'm very sad because that was the most perfect color for me for my blue eyes. That was the most perfect bronzy gold, and I have since to find something very similar to that makes my eyes pop the way that they pop. All right, now we're going to go in. I'm just going to wipe this brush, and we're going to use this beautiful shadow palette from Prada, and I actually I just got one of these little containers, these little compacts, and I have 3 of these, and I replaced them. So this one is in 07 something rose, and I'm going to use this middle one, the dark one. I'm going to use that on the bottom, like closer to the lash line, on the bottom, closer to the lash line. And then I'm going to use the other brush to blend it out. Nothing on it except the M22 from Armani. I'm gonna blend it out, and I'm going to actually also run it on the bottom a little bit. Okay, and I'm gonna do the same thing on the other eye, and my smoky eye will be almost complete. This is like, I call this my daytime smoky eye because I can wear it. I can get away, me personally, can get away with it in the daytime. All right, and then I'm going to take this pink one on the side, and I'm just going to run it through the center. It's not a shimmer or a glitter or anything like that, but it does have a little satin effect, so it does catch the light a tiny little bit, and it's a little pink, so it gives the whole look a little bit of dimension. So I'm going to run that through the middle, and this will be it for the eye look. Now I'm going to go off camera, and I'm gonna do my eyebrows and I'm gonna do my lashes, and we'll be back to finish off the face. I'm back. My eyes are completed. Let's finish off the face. So it's making my hands itch not to use cream products first, but I'm not going to, because the makeup artist that I follow, through whom this smoky eye was, you know, made, inspired by whom this smoky eye was inspired by, does not use any cream products except for highlighter, which you'll see. So she does, however, use this particular powder, and I purchased it because I'm a sucker and I like it. I really do like it. So I will use this to set my whole face, including my under eyes, which I have to say, I'm kind of impressed that they didn't crease as much as a regular other concealers would. Now, you're gonna get creasing. If you have any creases under your eyes, if you're older than 10, you're gonna get creasing. I don't care. Don't believe anybody who tells you, oh my God, unless they're 10. I have no creases under my eyes. This concealer is... No, they all crease. It's just a matter of the degree of creasing. This one actually did well. So I am impressed. We'll see how well it lasts throughout the day. Okay. Face is set. Now, let's go in with blush. She does blush a lot of the times, and then she'll go over the bronzer. Or should I do the bronzer first? I'm gonna do the bronzer first. And for this one, she uses the Sisley bronzer quite often, but that thing is like $145, and I'm not doing that to my wallet. But I do have something very similar. This is by Chantecaille, and it's the Real Bronze in Sirena. I'm gonna use this, and I'm going to do what she does, which is just bronze the whole cheek. Now, I have previously completely dismissed this bronzer because I felt like it was a little patchy. What do we think? She uses the whole, like she does the whole cheek. So I'm gonna do that too. Then I'm gonna do the forehead. I cannot, okay. I did not put gel in my hair, so now it's kind of getting in my face. Yeah, I like it, but honestly, it's patch city on me. Not many bronzers patch up on me, but this one does. And I snuck it out of the declutter bin because it reminded me of the one she uses by Sisley, but I don't know, maybe that one is not. This is baked gelée, and I think that one is just baked. But guys, $145, that's crazy. That's crazy. The only way I would ever get it if there was ever a sale. And the sale would have to be significant for me to, like 50% off. That's the most I would ever pay for a bronzer. Okay, so I think that's the best that I can get it. Now I'm going to go in and do the blush, and I'm going to mix two today. I'm going to mix a YSL blush and a Gucci blush, and my YSL is in 44, which is this beautiful pink. It's like a mauve pink. It comes off here in the background a little bit brighter than it actually is in real life. And my Gucci blush is in rosy beige. So I love this blush. It is so pretty. I think the mix of these two would be very, very nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Let me see. Here we go. Here is my little blushy blush. I'm just using this little paper towel over here to clean up the brush. Okay, so I'm going to dip in each and do, oh, look at that. Do we think it's patchy or do we think it's patchy? Like that bronzer messed me up, but it's okay. Let's do a little pink. I'm going to do my favorite thing that I always do, and that is blend everything out with my Hourglass powders. Put a little here, a little bit on top. Okay. What do we think? It's all right. That bronzer messed me up, but I'm going to fix it. Okay. So, before I go in with the highlighter, I'm going to try to fix the situation, and for that I use my handy dandy tri powder thing from Hourglass. Sorry, I'm like concentrating on fixing this face, which I think I'm doing a good job. Hopefully, let me know. Let's get a little nose bronzer. I think I did okay. I think it's not too bad. But before we move on to the lips, okay, I kind of like it. Yes, I like it. Okay, before we move on to the powder, God, words escape me today, friends. Before we move on to the powder highlighter, I'm going to put on a little bit of this cream highlighter. This is from Westman Atelier, and it's the highlighting stick in Lit Up. This used to be my jam back in the day. I mean, it's almost done. It's almost done. It used to be like this big, so. And I'm gonna use, ooh, look at this baby. And I'm going to make sure that it's fully pressed into the face. It's not lifting anything up, in my humble opinion. I love this. I forgot I had it because I just have so much stuff, but there's a reason why it's so good. Okay. I hope it's picking up on camera. I cannot see from so far away, but it's okay. And now, on top of that, I'm going to put another highlighter that was recommended by this beautiful makeup artist. And this is the YSL All Hours Hyper Luminizer in 03. It is the pink one. I don't know if you could tell, but these are very subtle, but I really like it. And I'm going to use this little brush by Wayne Goss, and I'm just gonna pat it on top. Gorgeous. And you know I have to do my brow bone. So this one is pink. I also have the gold one, which I also really like. But this one is gorgeous. Putting it in all the highlighty spots, and it doesn't emphasize my texture, which I really like. So that is it for the face. I'm going to spray it with this again, just so it's all marinated. And we're going to move on to the lips. I forgot I was filming for a second. For the lips, I'm using this little combo right here. I have, for my lip liner, the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in Wherever Walnut. For my lipstick, I'm using MAC's Hug Me. And for my gloss, I'm using MAC Lip Gloss Air in Behaved, which is really pretty. So, you know, mama can't talk while I do my lips, so bear with me. I am not overlining. I'm just evening out my lips I personally don't like it when they get rid of the Cupid's bow. I love a Cupid's bow. Might be, call me old school, call me, you know, whatever you want. Call me old. I like a Cupid's bow. I don't like it when you get rid of the Cupid's bow. I think I said it before, it reminds me of that movie, the alien from the movie Enemy Mine, where the top lip was just round. Ugh, no. My personal opinion, don't come at me for it. But I do have to even out my lips because one is straight down and one is curved. Thanks genetics. Like I got one half from my mom and one half from my dad. It's funny. So this one is curved, so I have to curve this one a little bit. Go figure. Okay, Hug Me is this beautiful nudie, like mauvey nude on the cool tone, and I think it's the perfect. Woo, no. That's why I don't talk when I do my lipstick. It is the perfect color for this particular makeup look. And let's do our lip gloss, and I don't want to go straight into it because I don't want to get this color into the tube. So I put a little bit on the back of my hand, and I really should get a lip brush, but I keep forgetting that. Okay, friends, now let's set this face, set it and forget it. Okay, I'm using whatever is left of this veil, Hourglass veil. When they get to be so low, the first spray always comes out like in spritzes, you know, like, so I always spray the first spray on my head, and then the rest comes out just fine. Okay, friends, my makeup is done. I am actually, even with the bronzer, kind of loving this look. I hope this cheek looks good. It kind of looks wonky in the mirror for me, but I don't know. You will let me know in the video. Let me know what you think of this look, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.